Hello everyone. Welcome back. I'm Kris. This is normal looking videos with let me try that again. Normal looking videos with disturbing as F backstories. This is by a channel that I like, but I don't watch as much anymore. Top 5s. So let's get into it. You can request videos, by the way. I have a little thanks button. You click on that, and when you do, you can request a video. You can donate to the channel, request a video, and you'll get your name sponsored by. You can click this little button right here. Bagaboosh. Just like that. That helps me out, and you subscribe to the channel if you're not. That helps as well. Even though most of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So you go figure that one out. Alright.
It seems like everything is captured on video these days, and when a crime is committed, CCTV and other footage becomes crucial for the investigation. In this video, we examine footage that appears ordinary enough at first, that is, until you learn the truth behind it, and once you understand the backstory, it becomes chilling and dark as hell. Matthew Haverly. It seemed like an ordinary interview when a reporter in Pennsylvania asked a local man about a body that had been found in a nearby creek. Matthew Haverly, who lived across the street from the crime scene, appeared to be shocked at what had happened so close to his home. Take a look.
It was kind of a hit, and something happened. Something went bad, and this is like a rural area, so they just wanted to plant the body.
The reporter had no idea she was speaking to the killer, and the body found in the creek was his mother. Haverly even shared his thoughts on how his mother would be concerned about the crime.
My mother, she would be concerned, and probably a lot of the other neighbors would be concerned.
Just a few hours after the interview, Matthew Haverly was arrested and charged with murdering his 60-year-old mother, Patricia Haverly. A year later in court, he pleaded no contest to counts of involuntary manslaughter, possessing a prohibited offensive weapon, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. Under a deal with prosecutors, he was sentenced to 3.5 to 14 years in prison. Haverly claimed that he had been so intoxicated that he had no recollection of killing his mother, or the circumstances leading up to her demise. Kiara
Still should have got a lot longer than that.
Terwillig. This is the moment that 36-year-old Domenico Gigante is told by police officers that his 15-year-old daughter, Kiara Terwillig, had been found dead. Take a look.
Kiara?
Mm-hmm. Well, unfortunately, we found her deceased today.
What? Is this a joke?
It's not a joke.
Sorry. What? Huh?
It's not a joke.
Oh, what happened?
We're still actively trying to figure that out. At this point.
Was she at school or something? What happened?
Like I said, sir, unfortunately, we're still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
We wanted to notify the father.
I had the same question to you guys. Was she home? Was she at school? Did this happen at a bus stop? Is it because of her boyfriend?
Well, we would be hoping that you would be able to help us out with that as well. Would you mind coming down to the precinct and talking with us?
Not at this time. I need to process this. This is,
Dominic, they need to talk to you. You need to go. He has Asperger's.
I mean,
He has
this is
Asperger's, so he has a little
I
bit of
understand.
difficulty
Okay,
processing.
That's understandable.
We're trying to figure out what happened to your daughter, sir. And
Yeah,
if you come down and talk to us, that will give us a little bit more insight.
Yeah, we're
So
trying
we
to
can't
piece
just sit
together
here
a
and
lot of
talk,
information.
You know, I got a table, the dogs are up, I could have a cigarette. I mean, like you said, I don't even know where to start with this.
After Guijante went inside to get his keys, ready to accompany officers to the police station, his roommate, the man with the grey ponytail, pulled police aside and asked to be separated from Guijante as he had concerns about him. He claimed that he asked Guijante if he was responsible for his daughter's murder, to which Guijante admitted to shooting her 3 times.
Why would you ask your roommate that? I mean, hear me out. If you have the thought to ask your roommate if they killed their child, why are you their roommate? If they're capable, if I'm with someone, whether boyfriend, girlfriend, married, roommate, what have you, best friend, and I know that there's a part of me that believes that you're potentially capable of murdering your child, do you think I'm continuing that friendship, relationship, marriage? No! And why would the person come clean? I don't understand this one.
But that was not all. Guijante also murdered Chiara's mother, Constance Terwillig, 35, her partner, Michael Watson, 36, as well as his daughter's grandmother, Glenda Terwillig. Police later found...
What, he killed their goldfish too? This guy's just a serial killer in the waiting. What a psychopath. He must have really been having difficulties with the ex. But still. Jeez.
CCTV footage that captured Guijante's truck in the driveway of Constance's home, and audio picked up gunshots and a woman screaming. On March the 28th, 2023, Domenico Guijante was charged with 4 counts of first-degree premeditated murder and 1 count of armed burglary while inflicting great bodily harm or death, and the state filed a notice of intent to seek the death penalty for each of the first-degree premeditated murders. At the time of writing this, we can find no evidence that Guijante has received a formal sentence or been convicted of the charge. Midnight Rider, Sarah Jones. On Thursday, February the 20th, 2014, a crew were on their first day of filming the movie Midnight Rider, an American biographical drama film based on the autobiography My Cross to Bear by the singer Greg Allman. They were posted to a remote location in Georgia. Running through the property was CSX Railroad, which included Wayne County's historic Doctortown Railroad trestle. Under the direction of Randall Miller, the crew started filming a dream sequence involving actor William Hurt on a heavy metal hospital bed on a live railroad trestle high above the Altamaha River. The producers had assured the cast and crew that it was safe to film on the trestle. However, while they were filming, unexpectedly, a CSX freight train came around the corner at 58 miles per hour, 93 kilometers per hour, giving the cast and crew less than a minute to evacuate the filming location, and the only escape route was towards the oncoming train. Take a look at this video as the crew desperately tried to escape. clear from the video that they didn't realise how fast the train was approaching, and even tried to remove camera equipment and the metal bed from the trestle. The train struck and shattered the metal bed, sending shrapnel toward crew members. The fragment struck camera assistant Sarah Jones and propelled her toward the still fast-moving train, killing her instantly. Several other crew members were injured and taken to hospital. A tragic end to what should have been routine filming. It later emerged that the production team asked CSX twice for permission to film on the property, and twice they were denied access. Erica Hernandez mystery. On April the 17th, 2021, mother of 3, Erica Hernandez, dropped off food at her brother and sister-in-law's house in Benning Drive, southwest Houston, while her 3 children waited in the car. This is Erica caught on her brother's Ring doorbell camera as she left the house. Erica then took her children home before going to a friend's house. She left her friend's house at about 2:30 a.m. and later texted her saying she was 5 minutes from getting home. Erica never arrived home, and nothing was seen or heard from her again until May the 12th, when her SUV was discovered in the small body of Pearland. Inside the car was the body of Erica. Police have since ruled out foul play and say a tragic accident was responsible for her death, with damage to her car consistent with hitting a curb. However, her family are not convinced and have questioned why Erica was over 10 miles from her home, when she told her friend she was 5 minutes away. For now,
Okay. So she must have been coming down this road, hit a curb here, unless she was going at a speed where she hit the water and hit her head on the steering wheel before the airbags deployed, and then was unconscious, it went into the water and she drowned. I don't know, because you don't see any telltale signs of like tire tracks or brakes or anything like that. I don't know, unless it was a suicide. I don't know.
the mystery of what really happened to Erica remains unsolved. Tears of a killer. This next footage shows Jeremy Bamber, a grieving son, brother, and uncle at the funeral of his parents, sister, and nephews, after they were tragically murdered in a mass slaughter at their home in Essex, UK. At around 3:30 a.m. on the morning of the 7th of August 1985, Bamber contacted the police, claiming his father Neville had telephoned him to tell him his sister, Sheila Caffell, had gone berserk with a rifle. When the police arrived at White House Farm, they found 5 members of the Bamber family dead. Sheila was found on the floor of her parents' bedroom with the rifle up against her throat. June was found in the same room. Sheila's 6-year-old twin sons, Nicholas and Daniel, were found dead in their beds, and Neville was found in the kitchen downstairs. The family had been shot a total of 25 times, mostly at close range. Initially, police believed Jeremy's account and that Sheila, who had recently undergone treatment for schizophrenia, was responsible for the murder-suicide. However, his girlfriend at the time became suspicious of Jeremy's odd behaviour and told what she knew to the police, who reinvestigated the crime scene and forensics and realised it would have been impossible for the slightly built Sheila to have overcome Neville in what appeared to have been a violent struggle in the kitchen. It also came to light that she had 2 shots to her head, and it was evident that she was not the killer. Jeremy, who had insisted his family were cremated, was arrested soon after the funeral. At his trial, despite his not guilty plea, he was convinced of all 5 killings, with the jury believing he committed the murders to inherit his wealthy adoptive parents' fortune. Bamber was sentenced to life imprisonment with a whole life tariff, meaning that he has no possibility of parole. He has pleaded his innocence ever since and has repeatedly applied unsuccessfully to have his conviction overturned or his whole life tariff removed. Despite his pleas, his extended family remained convinced of his guilt.
Same video playing. Okay. Yeah, that's White House Farms. For some reason, that rings a bell, but I don't know if I've heard about the murders at White House Farms, but I didn't realize that's what it was. If that's what it is, if that's the video, which why else? Who else is naming their house White House Farms? Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to end this here. I hope you found it disturbing, as F, star, and K, just like I did. But until the next one, or recommend another one, great. But until next time, have a good day, have a good night.